The rebellion has begun, and it's being led by none other than Bernie Sanders. Now, yesterday, Democratic members of Congress had received a letter calling on them to join the resistance against Donald Trump in the form of doing rallies starting the week of Trump's nomination. Now, the goal is, of course, to get people organized and ready to fight against the incoming Republican administration and their goals of cutting social safety nets, cutting Medicare and privatizing Medicare and Social Security. Now, strangely enough, the letter came from two of the party's top officials. And these are not popular people. Senator Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, as well as from Bernie Sanders. Now, look, maybe getting destroyed in the election might have just convinced some of these party leaders that they need to actually fight for the poor and middle class. Or maybe it's just an attempt for them to continue to remain in power. Either way, I'll take it, because I think we do need to organize. Now, I'm skeptical of Schumer and Pelosi, but with or without them, we still need to fight, and I think these rallies and getting organized is a great place to start. Now, the content of the events will be in opposition to, of course, the Republican budget proposals, which would involve huge cuts to Medicare and Medicaid, as well as to Social Security, which, of course, Paul Ryan and the rest of the Republicans in Congress, they can't wait to get rid of. I mean, they're salivating right now. Like, oh, I can't wait to cut that Social Security and Medicare. Can't wait. I can't wait. And, of course, look, some of the cuts, particularly to Medicaid, have already been endorsed by Donald Trump. He's willing to cut Medicaid. Now, Medicare, Social Security, that's different. I mean, you might be thinking, come on, Jeff. Donald Trump is a lot of things, but he promised to protect Social Security and Medicare. That's a good one. Really? You trust him? Do you trust this guy? The guy that lies about almost everything. No, the proof is in his cabinet picks. Now, look, the picks that he put in his cabinet, they despise these programs. Number one, you've got Tom Price. Now, Tom Price is Trump's Health and Human Secretary pick. Okay? This guy can't wait to privatize Medicare. Can't wait. He's written about it. He's put it forward. He's like, I can't wait to cut this fucking program. I hate this program. I hate when people get health care. I don't want people getting health care at all. So, can't wait. Then you have Trump's pick for director of the White House Office of Budget and Management, who is Mick Mulvaney of South Carolina. Now, Mick Mulvaney has has previously supported privatizing Social Security in the past, and certainly is in support of cutting benefits now. And of course, we cannot allow that to happen. Because look, when you get rid of people's retirement or their health care, well, they end up dying. There's a good chance, okay? And look, no one dies when you eliminate a corporate tax cut. But when you take their health care, well, I mean, especially Medicaid, the poorest of the poor, for example, who benefit from this program, well, they can't go to a doctor anymore. And things get bad. And it does lead to more people that literally die. So this is a matter of life and death. And that is, of course, why we need to resist. We are the rebellion. And we're going to need to fight now more than ever. First against Donald Trump and against the establishment corporate Democrats that will sign on to gut Social Security and Medicare. They do exist. They do exist. And Bernie Sanders, of course, is the perfect person to kick this off, to start this fight. And see, that's the difference between Sanders and Clinton. Now, Bernie Sanders, he's not resting on his laurels. He's not sulking in the woods, okay? He actually believes in what he's doing. You know why? It's because he's been fighting for these very causes for decades. Decades. And however, of course, he's been doing so for a lot longer than we've actually known him. See, he was out there fighting Medicaid, fighting for Medicare, fighting for Social Security and a living wage long before we even knew who Bernie Sanders was. And that's why he was a better candidate. One of the many reasons he was a better candidate, because he was actually willing to fight. Now, when Hillary lost to Trump, for example, she went and she ran and hid in the woods. And look, I know, I kind of understand, like, losing to Trump has to be absolutely not only devastating, but humiliating. But you know what you do when you lose? You pick yourself up and you fight another day. Just like Bernie has been out there doing. See, Bernie Sanders has never stopped fighting. And look, when Hillary got the nomination, right? What did Bernie Sanders do? He didn't sit there and sulk in a corner. No, he picked himself up, dusted himself off, and he fought like hell to help her beat Trump. See, that's what you do. You get up, you fight. You don't lay down. You don't hide in the woods in Chappaqua, okay? No, you go and you fight. You fight. And see, this is a message to all the Democrats out there that are still in shock of losing so badly, and they're looking for someone to blame. You need to stop. You got to stop looking for someone to blame. You got to stop blaming Russia. You got to stop blaming the Bernie bros. Stop all of it. We need you to work with us to fight Donald Trump. We need to show them what a united, woke left is actually capable of. That's what we need to do. Let's get out there together and resist, because we are the new rebellion. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent, non-corporate media, go to our Patreon page and become a patron. Patreon.com/TYTNation.